So on Tuesday, I told my sister that I thought I had a blood clot in my arm. I said, I'm just gonna take a shower and see if this resolves itself. If it happens again, I'm gonna go to the ER. All that week, I was at a convention, I had fun, I was meeting friends, my arm was a little swollen, but I was kind of ignoring it. Until Thursday, I went to a dinner. Here I am at dinner with some amazing women. It was a great time. Went to the dinner, came home, and was like, something is wrong. I think I should go to the doctors. So instead of going to the doctors, I went to sleep and just hoped that I woke up in the morning, which is a very scary thought to fall asleep to. Woke up the next morning, was supposed to record a podcast, decided that, we have a serious issue. The veins are starting to break in my shoulder. This arm is so swollen. I looked ripped. It looked like I had been to the gym. I was so shredded, but that was actually just swelling. And I thought, because this is my arm that I do lightsaber training with, and I'm mostly right hand dominant in sports and any type of martial arts stuff, I was like, okay, this is not right. I need to go somewhere now. Went to urgent care. They looked at my arm. They said, you gotta go to the ER. My sister races me to the emergency room. I'm there. They do an ultrasound. They find a blood clot. Then from there, they get me a room at a bigger hospital. They take me by ambulance to the bigger hospital, where they then say, yes, you definitely have a blood clot. We're gonna have to do a thrombectomy, which is where they take a catheter and shove it into your vein and pump medicine into the clot to break it up. Cool.
How was that? Not too bad.
It was good. No, great driving.
Thank you.
Do you play Grand Theft Auto?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just watched a lot of the Fast and the Furious movies.
I was gonna say, because you would be very good.
Yeah.
Update, have moved to a bigger facility. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just real sad. Don't know. So it's the morning. I've survived, which is great. Still have a slow drip of blood thinners, and now they want to go in and dissolve the clot. So Saturday morning rolls around. They take me down to do this procedure. I don't know anything that's happening, and the doctor wouldn't come up to see me, so they rolled me down to the OR instead. So I'm here in the operating room trying to understand what this doctor is telling me and the whole process. And I have my sister on the phone, and then we were also talking to our friend Chris, who you may know from the YouTube channel Becky and Chris. They do incredible home remodeling. They do drone stuff. They have a freaking helicopter. I love their YouTube videos. But Chris is actually basically the doctor that I'm talking to that's going to do the surgery. Chris could have been the one to do the surgery. And I wish he was. I wish that Chris was there and he could have done it. Because imagine what an incredible YouTube collab that would be. I did iJustine's blood clot surgery. Oh my God, that's incredible. Unfortunately, he wasn't there, but I was in pure panic mode. Jenna was talking to Chris kind of behind the scenes, giving him the lowdown because I couldn't even use my phone. So it took all of my power to be able to find him in my phone, call him, connect him with my sister. And at this point, I know this doctor was incredibly annoyed, and I apologize. But when you're being thrown into a situation where I've never been to the hospital, I've never really been sick in my entire life. So this is traumatizing. And of course, the side effects of this drug are pretty severe that they were going to be putting in. My sister has also had patients who have unfortunately passed away or had a stroke because of this. So it's having that in the back of my mind as I'm sitting there in this stark, cold operating room with people around me and no one that I knew or anything. I don't know. It was just such a surreal experience. So I call Chris. I'm crying. I have my own personal diagnostics and interventional radiologist on the line and my pharmacist. So please hold. We have some things to discuss. We do that. We go in, they put the catheter, and they decide that they're going to do this drug called TPA to dissolve it. I didn't know what that was. I was freaking out, crying. I was in the bathroom. This is actually a shot of me crying in the bathroom. I was like, this might be the last clip that is ever on my phone. That's really pathetic and sad. But I go back in. We decide we're going to do it. We're going to do a low dose, do that for 24 hours, and come back. I mean, we maybe should have done the full dose, but there's a chance that I would have had to have done the full thing twice. So also this whole time, I refused to give up my phone. I was like, absolutely not. And I'm just trying to film random pieces. And when they were putting me to sleep, I was just saying weird stuff, doing weird stuff. Yeah, I talk about iPhones a lot. So if you've ever been on YouTube and saw a crazy girl talking about an iPhone,
It's you.
It's very well could have been.
Turn the phone off now.
I think so.
Huh?
I think it's, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's some good content.
I can turn it off now?
And I know I haven't actually really even made a YouTube video about this, but I've been very into kind of like exploring the NFT and the Web3 space, and I've learned so much. And the reason that I haven't even made a video about it yet is because I'm kind of trying to learn the pros, the cons, and kind of find out what people hate about it, what people love about it, and kind of find this middle ground and be able to explain it properly to you. That has been on my mind for the past 4 months of just doing research. And so the first thing that I do when I wake up out of my anesthesia coma is I start asking everybody, like, hey, you guys got any NFTs? Who has NFTs here? I'm so tired. But listen, I think I have to put the Clot on Ethereum, and I'm sorry. It's where the people are, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay out there in the sun. But my main project I'm going to do in Solana because it's environmentally friendly. Just saying crazy nonsense. I may have said a swear word at the end, but forgive me. I was on drugs. I'm reporting to the camera that I've survived. Everyone has been so nice. I feel come back the next day. Didn't work. I gotta do it again.
Yeah, but that's okay.
No.
Well, it's not,
I tried to offer my doctor $100 because I knew I had $100.
You do actually have 140.
Oh my God, tell him. Tell
You
him.
think the 40 will make all the difference?
Yeah, that's like 4 coffees. I think he will take it. I'll think he'll take it.
This has been 13 hours of your second treatment.
I was so defeated. First treatment didn't work.
Well, it got partial.
It got partial. So now we upped the dosage, so I have to be on this for another 24 hours. And at this point, I can't move my arms at all. Like, my sister is feeding me, she's brushing my teeth, she's brushing my hair, I'm needing assistance to go to the bathroom, which was absolutely not a good time at all.
So you survived one night in the ICU, second night being in ER/ICU. How do you feel?
Well, pretty terrible, but the one thing that I told Jenna to bring for me was some dry shampoo.
And as you said it was already in my bag. Let's get beautiful.
We're gonna have spa day. Wow. Jenna just brushed my teeth again, so now it's hair time.
Oh jeez. I almost concussed myself.
This one smells good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's great. It's lovely.
It's not that nice.
It's lovely.
Oh.
Show me.
Okay, let's see those swollen digits.
Yeah, it's pretty swollen. It's way less swollen. So basically now I'm gonna go in for a procedure to make sure that this catheter actually broke up the blood clot. And then I think they take it out and then they're gonna do some little like x-ray thing. It's really hard to say. Oh, knock, knock, someone's coming in. So my friend Ro, you guys all know Ro and Mike. Ro texted my sister and was like, I know you said no visitors, but I'm coming anyway. We were supposed to go to Hawaii this weekend, so I was supposed to be flying out. And one thing that you can't do with a blood clot is get on a plane, or at least you shouldn't. The doctor did tell me I could, but I think he was just like, I'm sick of your rambling and I'm just gonna tell you what you wanna hear. And Ro has brought Hawaii to me. Oh my God, I'm literally crying.
I went through check-in, girl, like this. I was like, I even took little lessons in college. I'm over here.
You can take this show on the road. This is impressive.
Oh my God.
The coconut fry is the best.
Crying because I knew I couldn't go to Hawaii, but I was also laughing because like she's in the ICU room where you're not even supposed to like bring gifts or like, you know, have flowers or like anything. But I didn't have any of that. I had a full-on hula show with candy and treats and a dancer, which was Rosanna. So it was incredible. So thank you, Mike and Ro, for thinking of me and coming to visit me in my darkest hour, which I think that day was pretty tough. So that definitely lifted my spirits. Let's hope we have empty Clot.
Yay!
No Clot.
No clock, gang. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
So here we are. Third time's a charm. We go back in and this, thankfully, worked.
There she is, clot free. Woo!
What? She canceled on my Hawaii.
So I couldn't cancel your flight there yet. So you still have a flight there. But the rest of it, I think you're gonna stay here with me. We'll have fun here.
I feel like I'm making this all seem very, wow, yeah, this isn't a big deal. No, a blood clot is a very serious issue. Like, you could die. The blood clot could break off into your heart, to your lungs, to your head. You could have a stroke. It's not something to be taken lightly. And with that being said, that evening, after they said that the clot was gone, it was dissolved, I started having chest pains, shortness of breath. I started getting a little worried and something did not feel right. I felt something like traveling. So now I'm in sort of like, I guess like the cardiac ward. So we're here. I've been here all day. This is the arm. A lot of stuff has happened to this little arm, but you're doing your job. I'm about to get a CT scan. Having a little bit of chest pain, and like if you're here for a blood clot and you have some chest pain, like that's when you should probably go get it checked out. So gonna go do that. Other than that, my morale is pretty high. I can't wait to change the sports bra, and it's been on me for a while. We're gonna have to cut it off because I'm all hooked up. Spirits are moderate. Did I say that they were high? They're not very high, really. So I hate needles. I absolutely hate them. So every time somebody comes in to take my blood, I get a little panicky. So basically this entire, I guess, hospital trip has been one big breathing exercise. Breathe through it. The power of breath is actually quite impressive. It's honestly the only way I've survived this. Is just like staying calm. I hate needles, hate hospitals. I'm never sick, so this whole experience is not been fun, but it's okay. The blood has been drawn. The scary thing though is because I'm on blood thinners, it's like I have to be super careful about falling. So that night at 1:30 a.m., they ended up taking me down for a CT scan, late night fun. For the CT scan, they inject dye into your vein to kind of see the flow, and it all kind of happens sort of very quickly. So like I'm in there with like my arms up, and it's like this big sort of like machine that they just like stick you in. At this point, I hadn't raised my arms up in like 4 days. So doing that was so painful. But when I was inside of the machine, I could feel when they shot the dye out that some of it like leaked out. Like I could feel it leaking out. But the machine tells you to stop breathing and stop moving. And so I was like yelling, I'm like, I think it's leaking out. But then the machine goes, stop breathing. I was like, and I stopped because I was like, okay, I don't want to do this again. So I need to just like, we need to see if we can get this and hope that this was for the best. The CT dye stuff felt so freaking weird. The guy's like, you're probably gonna feel like really warm and like a little like metallic-y taste in your mouth, and then you might feel like you're gonna pee yourself. I'm like, okay. Felt all of those things. Did not enjoy. He said the scan was good enough. They got enough dye in. Thankfully, like I'm of a smaller stature person. Cool. Well, I go to sleep that night, wake up in the morning, and then everyone's like, okay, so I think we're gonna be like sending you home today. You know, everything kind of came back looking good. And I was like, okay, all right. And then later there was like a change of shifts. Spoke to another doctor, and he's like, so you had a PE. There's a blood clot in your right something over here in my lung. I don't know, it's in my chart, whatever. It doesn't matter, either way it's there. Oh, cool, like that's what we've been trying to avoid this whole time, right? He's like, yeah. Your girl's been unhooked from the heparin, which means I now have to take pill form. But hey, I had a pulmonary embolism, which means a piece of the blood clot broke off and went to my lungs. That's cool, but they're still letting me leave.
Tiny one, they said.
Tiny. So basically the same treatment that they would be doing here, it would just be blood thinner. So they're like, did a CT scan, everything looks, well, not good, but like good enough that we think you can go home and take your own drugs yourself. So that's where we are currently at. Am I breathing okay? I don't even know. Your vitals are all good. You're walking around, and a lot of times when people do come in with this, really the only treatment that we have for them is we send them with blood thinners. So I was already on super high dose of blood thinners, and then I had a little breakfast and a little lunch, waiting to go home, and I finally got cleared for it. Yeah, then I was discharged. They're like, peace. All right, here we go.
Footrest.
Oh, I have a footrest too?
Yeah, you can kick that down.
Oh my gosh. Premium treatment. We're out. This whole process was so shocking and traumatizing and scary because this is a very serious thing. Like, it's not something to take lightly. So if you ever kind of have that weird feeling of numbness, swelling in any of your extremities, like, blood clots are absolutely no joke. You should seek medical attention immediately because it can be very detrimental. And even if you are young, like, that doesn't matter. Like, being young and healthy is trivial because clearly if I'm so young and so healthy, why did I have something like this? Like, anything can happen to anyone at any time. And I think just the fact that even in my mind on Tuesday, when I was like, I'm just gonna kind of let it go and see what happens. Like, I should have went on Tuesday, 100% should have went. I may seem like I'm in pretty good health and great condition right now, but the last 5 days at the hospital was absolutely traumatizing. I couldn't use my arms. I could basically do nothing. My arm was so freaking swollen when I went in there that the doctor was actually like shocked. She's like, what happened to you? And I go, well, that's why I'm here. Tell me what's wrong. So one of the diagnoses that they think it's a possibility is there is compression of my rib on this vein. So I might have to get a rib removed. But they said I could keep the rib. Bonus points. Probably turn into a nice necklace. Fashion. There's also some other things they can do just to remove kind of like that compression. So there's a lot of answers that need to be answered. So I'm kind of in that process right now. But all things considered, I'm good right now. Like, I feel pretty good. I'm now on blood thinners, but with blood thinners also comes a lot of risks of if I like hit my head or even just like simple scratches or small wounds because the blood thinner, like, I could potentially bleed out. Very, very scary. And I'm just very grateful to still be here. But this is just a reminder that if you ever feel like something is wrong and not right with your body, like, don't hesitate to go seek medical help, because if I wouldn't have, there are so many outcomes where this could have been way more tragic. And I'm grateful that we found it early, had an incredible medical team, and a huge thank you to everyone that was there to support me through this, and to my sister who had to feed me and brush my hair and basically was my caretaker for the past 5 days. Oh my God, Jenna, thank you. You're a hero. You're the best. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I was supposed to go to Hawaii this weekend? Hey, do you think I could fly to Hawaii this weekend?
No, probably not.
Probably not, huh?
Hi, Moxie.